Y'all don't even know what I'm going through to get this thing to work. I hope it's working. It's madness. I hope it's working. They changed something again. You had to figure out how to make it this way, then horizontal and vertical. It's YouTube, y'all don't leave crap alone. Now they got little icon buttons. I'm trying to figure out which. It's like they moved it, and anyway, I cannot. I'm giving 5 minutes. I'm sorry it took me a little bit, but I was fighting with the horizontal vertical so that I could do it this way because my thing can't do it this way because it's not tall enough. And yeah, we gonna talk about the madness. You'll see who's in, y'all, because it has been straight madness. And they did something to this thing, and it's not right. If y'all come in, give it a like, thumbs up. I'm gonna talk about that assassination yesterday. Well, let me go and say this now. Honestly, my prayers go out to anybody who was hurt and involved. Um, Even though I know some people don't care for Trump, I don't wish hurt on anybody. That's all God's business as far as how we check out and so forth. But there's a lot of things about that was weird to me, and we're gonna talk about that here in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna get into it, and because I watched several different channels to watch that yesterday, and it was just weird. I hope this thing is working. I don't even know. I had a fight with it yesterday. I don't even know if it's working right. I'll really look at that later. And give it a few. I gotta do right now. I'm actually leaning over here right now looking to see if they got any other new news on this weirdness. Um, but we definitely are gonna get into all of it. Cause Linda sent it to me yesterday, and then I was like, huh? Kind of one of them goody Google like, huh? Okay, I'll watch that. Mute it. Got about a couple more minutes, and then I'm just gonna say what I say and get off of here. If anybody come in, they come in. If they don't, they don't. They can watch it later. Whew, Lord, I hope y'all are okay. Give it about 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna get into this. And I hope it did the announcement right, because when I went in there to start it up, I had to fight with horizontal, vertical, and they done put it where they took it out of one part. Now it's in a, it's like an icon. It's so bizarre. They just did too. They doing too much. They need to leave well enough alone. YouTube, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Don't, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. I don't need no little icon moving around the screen trying to figure stuff out. I'm like, where did they do with the horizontal and the vertical? And so annoying, very annoying, very very annoying. And give it another minute. Well, I'm gonna talk about this part of it. So yesterday, I was out doing my runs. I woke up very late because I was in office all last week, and I have to get up earlier to get to office. So prep time, because normally if I'm working from home, I pretty much just get dressed and just walk to the living room, dining room area, because my desk set up over here in the what would technically be like dining room, half dining room, half living room area for my apartment. So I end up going and doing my runs. Well, as I'm doing my last run later in the afternoon, Linda, my friend Linda, sends me a message that there was an assassination attempt on Trump in PA. I'm like, So at this point, because she sent it, I'm not sure, because Linda watches a lot of the TikTok and stuff, and I'm not a TikTok fan. To me, TikTok is very nonsensical, and it's really for people who have zero attention spans, because it's that quickness, and I can't. Well, anyway, so I go to Tube and I go look in the news channels. That's what I'm going to go to, the news channels, because I want to go see what's legit or if people are out here making stuff up, right? Sure, I go on to the news channels and I start seeing all the news things about Trump getting shot. Or so when I first watched it, this is what I did. I was kind of like this. And then I just kind of tilted my head, the first view. You went to multiple channels, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, various news outlets who had it. I just went to each channel because I wanted to see, is somebody making this up? Is everybody reporting pretty much the same thing? How real is this, right? y'all. So when I first watched it, I finally got home and I said, "Let me call Linda," because she sent me something, but it's probably from TikTok. I didn't even really open hers because, like I said, I love her, but they like her and her kids like the nonsensical stuff, and I don't have the energy for it. I just don't have it. Um, I'm gonna go to the more known, sound, logical news media. I'm not gonna say everything they do is perfect because some of what they do irritates me too. Um, so as I'm watching, and then I called her. I said, "Linda," I said, "You sent me." She said, I see you sent it. Well, I sent it to you. I said, "I know you did." I said, "I didn't watch what you sent. I went to the actual news articles. I want to tell her because the stuff you send is nonsensical because you're doing it from TikTok and all that other craziness. I want to actually see it from a legitimate source like the Wall Street Journal, CNN, known media outlets." So I said, "My question is," I said, "is something odd to you about that?" And she said, "All the people didn't go nowhere." Right. Guys, help me. Help me. This is why initially, and I think this is why a lot of people are saying it looks staged. And that's initially when that's why I had to go to so many outlets because that's what that was the first thing that came to me. This looks really staged. Okay? It looked planned. And I'm not talking about the guy planned this. It looked like it was planned with folks involved in the theatrics. I'm just gonna say that, okay? And I'm not saying it was or wasn't because I don't know. But then my mind said, well, Lord, if this is actually legit, if this man just randomly out the blue, no association with anybody there, decided he was gonna do cuckoo day and go kill some folk and whatever his goals were, um, then what's wrong with the people? Because that was really the first what hit me, and God bless and prayers for the family who lost their loved one. Because at first, until I found out that, I was really like, is this, because the first question was, is this staged? Because I'm watching it and it just looks so planned. He leaned, he cocked, and he only got hit on the ear. I'm like, is this staged? I didn't know about the person down below who got shot. I didn't know about him. And I think there was another couple of folks that were wounded. I didn't know about all that. Not in the beginning, until I started watching other outlets, and they said there were some injuries in the audience. So I'm thinking the audience behind him. But my problem with even that situation, these folks just sat there. Guys, now I love Linda, but Linda got a problem with Anglo folk. I don't have a problem with Anglo folk unless you're silly. But I got a problem with all folk who just silly. And there was some silliness up there. So here's where I'm going. We got this crazy world now that does this crazy mass shooting stuff, which is just crazy to me. But you go into Vegas, and when they had that big shooting in Vegas, what them babies do? Everybody scattered like roaches. They boom, they out. Didn't matter what your ethnicity was. And Linda, I love her, but she's like white folks. I'm like, no, they got nothing to do with that. I said, and I'm not saying that was all because that was a majority of what was there. I don't know, there might have been a few African Americans and other nationalities, but for the most part, it was white folks. It got nothing to do with it. I said their ethnicity has nothing to do with that. I said I'm gonna tell you that for a fact because there's too many other shootings that have happened, and folks get down, people scatter, folks is trying to get out. These people sat there. So I got the initial statement, oh, well, we thought maybe it was fireworks. Bruh, as soon as dude dropped to the ground, it's time to go. I'm thinking, what is going on? And I think, when I go back to the Capitol and the pink people hanging on the Capitol, and I looked at the pink people that was there. I think it's his followers. I think there's something mental and spiritual there that is just weird. And because most folks, no offense to Biden and Harris, but I think most folks would have been out. Folks wouldn't have just stand there like, some folks, they shooting and they stood up and they looking around. One dude just looking. And then the idiots with the phones, cell phones. Bruh, cell phone? No, I'm not cell phone. I'm out. Guys, I'm fat as hell. I might not be able to run, but I'm a waddle. I'm a crawl. I'm getting up out. You got to look. If I'm going, it's gonna have to be me trying not to go. This don't make no sense. And they just sat there. I was just like, what in the holy hell is going on? That's why I was like, is this staged? Because most people would exit stage left and right. They'd be like, I'm out. These folks, you realize he got blood going down. At this point, it's time to drop and bounce. Crawl, run, do whatever you got to do. It's time to go. We're not staying. Deuces Trump, I'm out. But his followers are so odd. It's a spirit behind it that's not, in my humble opinion, good. It's just my humble opinion. And there's something that goes on psychologically with that group of people because none of the behaviors made sense. And even his behavior at the end with the fist up and fight, honestly, and after the whole, what was that, the 6th or whatever it was when it was on the Capitol building and all that madness, I almost wondered if he was trying to get them riled up with the little fight comment to where they became aggressive again. And that bothered me when I saw it. I mean, again, I can't say the intention because I'm not him and what he intended. I can just say that it could be perceived in several ways. And my perception was, did he want them to start like rioting and fighting and, being violent in behalf of him? It is no, and I'm not a doctor, but it's to me no. His behavior is very much that of a narcissist. The competitive, the constant, what is it? His addiction for lying, not telling the truth. His attention for everything is about him. It's about him first, and he don't care what everybody else got to go through. It's about him. That's the narcissist. My biological father was a narcissist. You know him a mile away once you understand what they are, and once you understand what a narcissist is, baby. So, the whole thing was weird. It was just, and what was really weird was the behavior of the people that are his followers. Hey, Flatbed, what's up? How you doing, baby? I don't think you have to be a narcissist to be a politician. I think there are a lot of politicians and even pastors who are narcissists. I think that some people that are in certain roles. Hey, Wendy, what's up? How you doing? How both y'all doing, and how's your weather where y'all at? And Flatbed, are you in Florida or are you traveling? I know you pretty much been working in Florida, so I don't know if you went back to traveling or not. Let me know if y'all can hear me because I had to fight with YouTube to get this to even work. They did something. They done moved some stuff again. I was late getting in. I was on time signing on, and then I had to fight with it to get it to work. Because it kept trying to do vertical, horizontal, vertical, whatever. And it was irritating me is what it was doing. We've been humid, but we haven't really had any rain. It's been weird. Hold on, I hope I came back. Am I back? Can y'all hear me okay? I hope I came back. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Joe was trying to call me. Can y'all hear me okay? Joe tried to call me and it made everything freeze. Am I back? Okay. All right. Yeah, Joe tried to call me and it made everything freeze. So I ignored his call because I'm not, he probably wants to do something. I'm not doing anything the last day. So you'll have to give me more advance notice. And the last day stuff I can't do. He can leave a message. Yeah, it's been here. It's been like hot, and then it's been like our days have been humid. I was in office all last week, and it was kind of a weird humid. Today it was more of a baking hot, not humid, and we've been windy. And that's pretty much it. Everything trying to come in right now. What y'all think of this assassination? That's what I'm talking about because it was weird to me. The whole thing was just weird. Y'all let me know because I called Linda yesterday. Now I love Linda, but I can tell she has issues with Anglos, so she has issues with white folks. I can tell this. She don't trust most of them. Um, she's racist on that end. I think we all have racial issues based on how we grew up in America. America's a racist country, and we have heavy racism. I can't speak to any other country. I can speak to ours, and I think we all have racial biases. That's a better way to say it. We have racial biases, and I know that hers is heavy against white folks. Um, I think I got them even. I got them all over. I'm heavy. I have racial biases with my own folk, with other folk, white folk, Latino folk. I have racial biases all over. But I think we grew up that way because of what we learn in school and perceptions. So we all have racial biases. It's just kind of the way of America. Can y'all hear me? Um, See, flatbed, that whole thing is bizarre to me. So Linda sent it to me. I was out and about doing my run, so I was doing my little last minute runs. Where did I go yesterday? I'm trying to think what I did yesterday. I know I had to do some last minute run. Oh, I went to Sam's Club, gas, car wash. I can't remember what else. I did something else. Y'all, I'm so tired. I can't remember what else. I did like 3 or 4 different things. So by the time I woke up late, because I've been in office and I was extremely tired. I've been up late working on homework stuff, and I was just tired. So by the time I was coming close to the end of all my runs, and Linda sent me the thing. I think I was leaving. Well, I left Sam's Club. I might have been at the car wash or going to get gas. Can't remember which one it was. And she sent me the notification about the assassination with Trump. So at that point, I'm like, it was kind of goony Google moments, like, huh? And I'm like, why are they trying to assassinate old boy? Because a lot of pink folks like him. So no offense to the pink folk, but a lot of pink folk like him. And I'm gonna say pink folk because it's different from the Anglo folk, because Anglo folks is like, yeah, the dude lied too much, we good. But there's heavy duty pink folk, like the was hanging on the Capitol building, they love him. So do you, boo boo? So I'm like, why are they trying to kill the boy? Because he one of them. And when I went to go look at it, when I got home, well, no, I first sat in the car and watched it. And when I watched it in the car, I did this. So I was like, Shannon, you need to go home and watch this on the big screen, on the big TV. So I got home, I put it on big TV, and I did this again because it was weird to me. Okay, so, and if y'all go back and watch it, y'all help me. Okay, Secret Service, I ain't even gonna worry about them. Some of their reaction was weird to me too. What was more weird to me was the crowd. So, God bless old boy who got shot in the ear. What got me was the reaction of the people behind him. Nobody moved. Nobody ran away. All these people just kind of sat there. And then some folks like, well, we thought it was fireworks. My dude, did you see any lights or anything going up in the sky? Soon as I would have heard pop one, and then when he went down, some people just still sitting there like this. Like, what the hell? Then the one stood up. Then a couple of them went down. But my other problem, nobody moved. Are you crapping me? That was just, the behavior was so weird. It was just weird. Guys, and so when I called Linda like, there's white folks, da-da-da. I said, Linda, this ain't got nothing to do with, this ain't got nothing to do with race. Because she does not trust them. She don't like them. So I already know. There's things she said that as I'm getting to know Linda, she has a very big, I don't like, I don't trust, very anti, right? I can just tell. She'll be cordial, but I could tell. true, but flatbed, look at all, okay, let's look at situations. And I agree with you, okay? And then I had to ask, have we become so desensitized? But I want to go back. So let's go back to the big, because this is what we would consider a mass shooting. It's this, granted, he might have been Trump, but he did it in a mass environment. So a mass shooting, he ended up with killing one guy, wounding a couple other folks. Well, actually, wounding three, I think, including Trump, right? Killing one, wounding three. They had that shooting in Vegas, on the strip. On the strip. Folks didn't go, oh, it's Vegas. They doing fireworks. No. As soon as them folks heard that pop pop, they start scattering like roaches. When it happens in schools, they scatter like roaches. Everybody like trying, unless you have to be blocked off in a room, folks is trying to roll out, climb out of windows, do whatever you got to do. We trying to roll. We out. This is an open space. There's exit stage right, stage left, and the people on the ground. But when you watch the film of it, these folks, a lot of them sat there, a few went down on the ground. But even with the down on the ground, they didn't seem like they was trying to roll out. Forgive me. And this is where I was having such a big problem, because the behaviors were weird to me. The reactions were just strange. Most people are, I hear pop pop, I don't see no fireworks. I'm fat. I'm on my knees crawling. I'm going to waddle out of there as soon as I get up off the ground, get down them stairs. I'm out. If I'm down below, I'm trying to crawl, and I'm crawling my way out. How did she die? She died trying to get the hell out. I'm sorry. None of what I saw yesterday. I was just sitting there like this. I'm like, this is all very weird. And when I first saw it, and I hadn't read anything yet, and it was funny because Linda said it looks staged. I said, okay, I thought it was me, because that is the very first thing that came to my mind. When I first saw it, I looked at it and I was like, it just was peculiar. And then when I got in and saw it on the screen, I watched it like 5 times before I called Linda. I watched like, I know I watched NBC, MSNBC, NBC, whatever. I watched ABC. I forgot. I think I watched CNN. And there was a couple other news outlets that I found, that because I wanted to see, am I seeing this right? Is this fake? Because what I was seeing, what bothered me was the reaction of the people. Then I started watching his movement, and everything was just off. The lean to the side, he gets his ear, then all of a sudden he goes down. The delay response, as Wendy, I think it was Wendy that said about the Secret Service, to me, they were really slow. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? But it looked weird. It just was weird to me. I remember, and I wasn't alive when Kennedy, was I born in it? I might have been born, but I'm old enough to remember. But I remember watching historical videos when Kennedy was shot in the car. And I remember some of the actions, they jumped in the car. Because honestly, you don't know what's happening at that very moment, and you don't expect it. So I go to Flatbed's point, I agree. What gets me is in the moment, what's going on with the responses of the people. And most people, once you realize there's no fireworks and these are shots, you scatter. There was a point when the Secret Service came in, and this is where I'm talking about. I get the shock value in the moment of maybe not knowing, hey, this ain't fireworks. And then when you realize it. But when the Secret Service comes in, and no, I'm not sitting there. I got to go. I don't even know if you got the gunman. I don't know if there's more than one gunman. I got to go. Good luck to you, bro. I'm out. The reaction of the folks, and I said, their people are, and when I say there, I'm not meaning white. I mean his followers, the MAGA followers. They're weird. That's some weird. No light bulbs on. Why are y'all still sitting there? And then where our society is gone, they got the film cameras up. Bruh. Secret Service is hauling them out because they shooting. Y'all don't know if there's other shooters. It's time for me to go. I don't care about filming crap. Something ain't the hell right. Something ain't the hell right. And hindsight is 2020 flatbed. I agree. I'm just like, this is weird. I watch their behaviors and go back and look at some of the other mass shootings. Unless they're in a school in a collective room, what them kids do? Them kids bounce, no matter what the culture is. What they do on with the strip when that whole mass shooting happened, what, a year or so back, on the strip in Vegas, they rolled out. Folks rolling out. Folks ain't trying to stay. These folks just sat there like, okay, like what the heck? What the hell going on? Then his ending bothered me with the fist in the air and fight. So because of his personality, what I believe is narcissistic, because of his odd personality, I almost wondering, was he trying to get them riled up like they did when they was hanging on the Capitol building? Because that's the other place my mind first went, was like, is this dude trying to get them riled up to act the fool again? Everybody was there like deer in the headlight to me. They was clueless. And then him pumping and fight, I'm like, he just weird. It was so when I got done watching it, that's when I was like, is this staged? So I didn't even know about the death of the person. I didn't know about the wounded people until later, because it was just the initial reporting that I was seeing. And so I was like, is this staged? That was the very first thing. And it was funny when I called Linda and said, she said, yeah. She said, black folks would have been gone. I'm like, no, Linda, I'm telling you, anybody would have been gone, but something ain't either right with his people or this was staged. And she said, well, they all over the internet saying it looks staged. I said, that's because the behaviors were weird. Everybody around that. Not him, not so much. I'm not worried about him as much. But everything else was just weird. I said, they sat there even after they hauled him up out of there. These folks just still sitting there. You don't know if they caught. I'm like trying to find the car. I'm trying to get the hell out. I'm trying to bounce stage left. Things were weird. Okay, that's a way to look at it. All right. Trump, what? They didn't believe people would be shooting. I agree with that. I mean, they're not expecting to go there, and I'm not saying they did. But once you realize it's shot, so you realize once the Secret Service is hauling him out there and you see the blood on his face, at that point in time, I'm not sitting down in the seat and just saying there. I'm leaving. And they just said, it was just a bizarre behavior to me in comparison if you look at other mass shootings. But then it raises a question. So here's the other question, the other side of that coin. Oh yeah, he's a narcissist. He is a straight up narcissist. That's what I'm saying. I felt, was he trying to get him riled up? But here's the other side of that coin, which you bring up a good point. Okay. Have we become so desensitized that we've gotten used to this type of violence, which is even more sad? Not only is it more sad, it's also sick. Okay. If we've become so desensitized that we have gotten used to the level of violence that I saw, then something's not right. And you know, it's just not right. I don't know, but that's kind of what I felt, was either they're desensitized, it's staged. All I know is it just didn't feel right. Something felt off. And I don't know if the off that I'm feeling is that they have become that desensitized to violence to where we just sit there and see it as a no big deal, which is really, it's sad, sick, and twisted all in the same pill. Because it's sad that we would be able to sit in a violent situation like that and just go, oh well. And that is what I felt I was seeing, which is why I said I just kind of got me like, what in the hell is going on? But I'll tell you a story. So I'm about being desensitized. I was living in a city called Chandler, Arizona here. I didn't know about it till the next day, but I guess there was a domestic situation in my apartment complex. And it was kind of middle of the night. I'm going to say maybe 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I hear pop, pop. I hear the bullets. I hear the gunshots. I sat up in my bed. I looked around. I lay back down, went to sleep. Next morning, I found out there was a very violent domestic situation. I don't know if anybody died. I think between a husband and wife. But I know that I thought about it later, and I'm like, I become desensitized. We've become so desensitized to violence that was normal. Most people back in the day would have got up, called the police department. Hey, I'm hearing gunshots over in my neighborhood. I just went back to sleep. Not my problem. That's a heavy duty desensitized. That's being very desensitized, and it's not good. It's sad actually. And how was I back then? I was in my 30s. I was in my 30s. I was in my early 30s, and I just became very desensitized to everything. Um, Very much so. And that's not good, but it was what it was. It was what it was. Um, yeah. So, do you guys think so that's the other thing I heard. Some people think because of this it gives him the election. I don't know that I believe that. Um, if he's going to get it, he's going to get it. If he's not, it's not. Um, and I'm not a hater of Trump. I don't like him, but I don't hate him. Actually, I feel more sorry for him because he is a narcissist. And if you understand what creates a narcissist, you actually feel sorry for them. Doesn't mean you want to sit there and be in their realm and have a relationship with them because they're very, very twisted people. And their psychological issues are very, very deep. And some of them don't know they're narcissists. That's what's the worst part about it. Now, for those who find out and figure it out, great, but most don't. And when a narcissist hits rock bottom like Monty did, their world ends because all of a sudden it's not about them. Nobody really cares. Nobody's going to be caught up in your stupidness. And especially as they get older, the narcissist has a really heavy time because for a narcissist to survive, they need people to feed it. So they need somebody to feed their weird ego that they have that needs to be stroked. And if they're not getting it, they die. They need the attention. They feed off of it. It's like a vampire in blood. And and what creates them is heavy duty childhood damages. Heavy duty. And it's a psychological break. It really is, even though they don't know that's what it is. Because most of them live in the dysfunction without even ever realizing what it is. They have convinced themselves your issue. It's some heavy, heavy duty psychological stuff. So I don't know that it's going to get him back in. I'm sick of the news really pressing the whole Biden get out kind of thing, and I'm not a fan of Biden Harris either. I really don't like either group. Um, but I'm sick of hearing it. At this point, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, or you're not gonna do what you're not gonna do. I don't need to hear it 5,000 times in the news media that so and so senator, and I don't really care. I don't really care. We're coming to a point. Whoever's gonna get in and do whatever they're gonna do, and everything's jacked anyway. So whoever wants that plate, y'all gonna take it. Most of us wouldn't want to deal with half the stuff that they're gonna have to be dealing with politically. So I'm cool. If that's what you want to do, for you want to be important and feel attention, do you, boo boo. I'm good. Um, but yeah, I'm getting tired again. I've been sleeping, and I think I allergy, a sinus infection up here. I have to call them. I've been doing my nasal clean. And let me see if Wendy said anything else. They have a school in Phoenix. Who has a school in Phoenix? Oh, IT class. Okay. I will be sending you a link to a free IT class. I'll be starting on Monday for 13 weeks long. Okay, yeah, Flatbed, send it to TruckerDoll@gmail.com. Um, or you can do I think it's Revelation Life something. You can see it in the thing below. Um, you know what? And yes, I can send it over to Nikki. I don't know if she wants to do that too. Yeah, because I know right now Trucker Nikki's trying to decide if she's coming back to Phoenix or she's going to Texas. I think she put in for some Texas jobs. with working like in the oil fields and stuff. If she can get on there, she's gonna go to Texas. If not, she's probably gonna come back here to Arizona. And then she said about trying to find like she had to sell her home, because her mortgage started doing some adjusting or whatever. But she says trying to find a cheap studio apartment or something like that. Um, so hopefully, she, whatever the Lord, I told her just pray on it, whatever the Lord directs you, He'll know how to direct you. I had a friend of mine, he directed her out of Vegas. She get back here and she just bought a house. So God opened the door for her, that move was the best move for her. Um, Yeah, and he would know how to play for the camera because he's a narcissist. Narcissists want as much attention as possible, so of course he knows how to work the camera. That man wants as much attention on himself as possible. So absolutely, he knows how to work for a camera. Y'all see my CPAP line? You can tell that's the side I kind of sleep on like this. And tell me if y'all know anything for them dark circles. Now I'm getting old. I'm getting the dark circles. Let me know if y'all know anything for that. I'm getting old. I'm getting my dark circles. But today I'm not doing too much. I'm going to work on the refrigerator, kitchen, and then I got homework tonight. So I think I got a whole paper. And I think this is on Luke. I think it's on Luke, the Gospel of Luke. I got to read something and then write a paper on it. So I'll do that. It shouldn't be hard. I think it's on one of the parables. You choose some kind of parable that he lists and then write on it. So I'll do that tonight. But I'm really wanting a nap right now. I'm really sleepy. And that's the ice machine. I bought myself an ice machine. But yeah, I didn't do too much. I ran, got what I got today, and then came home and we got something out here called EG's. EG's. And I guess I had a free birthday icy. It's like an icy. It's like fruit and stuff. And I went to 2 different ones. I found out about the EG when I went to EG's yesterday just to get a drink. And I ordered a half a sub, and they did a really good job. They did exactly as I asked. Went to this EG's. They didn't do as good a job. But yeah, so right now I'm getting to work on that. Joe usually calls me. He's doing it because something is happening. He want to either hang out or has a question. So I'll follow up with him, but I'm not going out on Sundays because I have to work tomorrow. I don't, to go out and hang out late in the evening, I don't do. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, I'll look at it and see what it's doing. What I would like to do is I just want like a web, like building websites. That's been always an interest of mine, is building the websites. But I haven't done that yet. But that would be an interest of mine. Anyway, y'all, I ain't gonna be on here long. I just watched it yesterday, and again, I don't know those people. Okay, I'm gonna look at them. I'll find out what they do. I don't know the people that were at the rally. I pray for everybody involved. I just thought that the mindset, that shift was really weird. That all these people just sat there, and I'm like, and when you listen to some of the witnesses who said the dude was crawling, the police saw him, other people saw him, he's up on the top of the roof. And I'm like, this, none of what I heard described, it sounded odd. Like something ain't right. I just can't put my finger on it. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off of here. I might take a nap because I am sleepy. And then I got to get up in here and do some homework, and I really need to get in the refrigerator. But I am thinking about taking me a quick nap. I don't know why I've gotten sleepy. I didn't sleep good last night, but I didn't wear my CPAP last night. I need to clean it because I was congested. You can hear it up in here. So I've been doing my nasal thing. And then one of the doctors, when I had a sinus infection last time, he gave me this. Where are my glasses? I can't see this. Y'all, I'm getting old. But y'all look at how little that print is on here. Can y'all read? You can't even read any of this madness. See how little that print is? Child, bye. It's a protium bromide or whatever it is. It's a nasal spray. I usually use the Flonase one, boom boom, but he said do this one with the sinus when I had the sinus infection, and it did do a good job. So I've been doing my nasal pot, my saline solution in this. If it tends to continue to get worse, then what I'm going to do is make a phone call and do a video appointment, and then hopefully they'll give me an antibiotic to clean it up. I'm getting off of here. I will see y'all next week. Anybody who watches this on the repeat, write down below in the comments and let me know what you think. If a whole bunch of people disappear. It was not the rapture. It was not aliens. It's the rapture, and y'all need to get a Bible and read on it. And God bless you for being stuck in the madness. I'm praying I don't get stuck. Anyway, as we see things getting weird, weird, and weirder, and people are getting weird, weird, and crazier. Folks crazy as hell lately. Keep it pushing, because folks is weird. Absolutely weird. I was watching something. I forgot what it was. I think it was in Memphis. This chick goes get some chicken. The chicken is working. They get in an argument. The lady walk out her job and the woman kills her. Like, what the hell is going on? Yep, you be safe too. Y'all be praying for folks. And like, I'm getting ready to possibly get my groceries delivered, because I also thought, you know what, you might have pissed the wrong folks off that, you know, this dude got shot, and you never know how people thinking, because things are weird. Anyway, y'all, 2 and 2 be blessed. Peace.